Test. Okay. Are we there? Yeah.
And we are back. Although the screen in front of us is not showing. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So we are back with the top 4 game. This time it's between Gavin, Thio, and Reuven Tan.
Yeah. Surprisingly,
Reuven, of course, has gone totally unbeaten today, with 6 wins with no losses in Swiss and going 2-0 in his knockout game as well.
Yeah, and Gavin, from my prior knowledge, is using a smear, which, to my own experience, has not been going very well for this tournament. So for him to make it top cut, it has to be what the rest of his team is built around, I think.
Either that or David loves him and doesn't love you.
Yeah, true. Or maybe Gavin has a special affinity with Smeargle.
It's actually a change. It's actually a bit of a change from the norms because Reuven is usually the one running stuff that you would classify as cheese. But today, this matchup at least, Gavin is the one running the Smeargle, where Reuven is running a somewhat standard mix of norms.
Yeah, you mentioned that Gavin had
Gavin has actually been playing Kanga Smear quite a while. He was playing it towards the end of last season as well, and cut 1 or 2 PCs with it. Doing pretty well with the Kanga Smear combo. Just playing on autopilot.
Alright, and we will see whether Gavin will be able to break the curse on
whether he can fulfill the curse.
Oh yeah,
the Swiss curse.
The Swiss curse of defeating the 6-0 undefeated Reuven.
And we're going to move to their teams, and we're going to see that Gavin is in fact carrying the Kanga Smear, Clefable for the unaware, Xerneas, Groudon, and Talonflame. A very similar team to what he was using at the end of last season, just with some nice, beautiful legends slotted in.
And on Reuven's side, we see a Kanga, Xerneas, Talonflame, a Lilligant, a Smeargle of his own, and Groudon. So we do expect actually that Smeargle will be very high usage for this.
I don't think either player wants to bring the Smeargle in. Against either, both of them have Kanga Scans, both of them have Talonflames, and Lilligant under the sun is going to be super fast and can sleep powder the Smeargle before
it if you look at it, the only difference is that Lilligant and the only difference between the two teams is Lilligant and Clefable. The rest are exactly the same.
But the Lilligant alone is going to give Reuven a huge speed advantage since he carries it after you to abuse the stun.
Yeah, definitely.
And allow his partner to move.
And it's interesting to note that he can pull off that combo because there is no way that the weather will change. There's no Kyogre, there's no Rayquaza. So it is a valid option on Gavin's side.
But at the same time, with the Clefable on Gavin's side of you, it's going to discourage Reuven from trying to boost with his
I do think the Talonflame is also going to discourage the Lilligant to appear on the field. Sorry.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we're going to see whether,
first match, they maybe want to try to feel each other out before they try to decide. Yeah, they still have a lot of missing
Gavin does go for the autopilot Kanga Smeargle. If we see the Groudon's Lilligant opening from Reuven here, or Reuven does go for his own Smeargle and the Talonflame.
Talonflame, of course, packing the Quick Guard. It's going to be a speed type. Do we know if any of the items on the Smeargles, which one is Sash or are both Scarf?
I believe Gavin's Smeargle is definitely the Sash variant. Whereas Reuven, I have not seen his Smeargle yet.
Okay, well, I do believe it's quite even actually. The Talonflame can deny the fake out from the Kangaskhan.
But does either player really want it to come down to a Dark Voice speed type?
Well, we might see soon. I would like to point out that Gavin, I think, Gavin has another option of going for attack.
Just go for the Quick Guard, which does block the fake out from Gavin's side of the field. And Smeargle, Reuven's Smeargle does get the Dark Void off. It hits at least one of his opponents. It takes the Kanga out for now, and he hits the Smeargle as well. So I believe Reuven winning the Dark Void speed type.
Yeah, but if Reuven switches out, then we'll know that the Smeargle is Scarf.
That is true.
Yeah, and at this point, does Reuven want to attack with the Talonflame? It seems like a bit of a waste. Maybe switch out the Smeargle or transform, and the Talonflame can go for a Tailwind?
Talonflame has options here definitely, whether he wants to break the Smeargle Sash, or he does switch Smeargle out, so yes, perhaps hinting that it is the Scarf Smeargle that you mentioned.
Alright, then we see a switch into Xerneas. Okay, Reuven I think trying to set up here, taking advantage of.
So we're going to see whether Gavin has the Clefable at the back. So Brave Bird will go into presumably the Smeargle here.
Yeah, no
try
tailwind.
And break the Sash.
That's actually surprising. I thought he would go for the tailwind.
Well, if your Xerneas you're going to set up, you're not going to need the tailwind.
Very true. And we do see Sash revealed on Gavin's side.
Are you going to see the Life Orb on the Talonflame as well? Yes, it is the Life Orb on the Talonflame as Kangaskhan takes its
first turn of sleep.
First turn of sleep because of the fake out. Yeah,
Smeargle is taking his second turn of sleep.
So actually, a wake up there and a Dark Void would have wrecked Reuven.
Yeah, but at this point,
Smeargle is down for the count. But of course, he can go for a Spiky Shield and try and get damage on the Talonflame, predicting the obvious.
Yeah, but there's no way to
stop. But there's no way to stop the Xerneas from setting up.
Well, if the Kanga wakes up and goes for double edge
or return on the Xerneas.
But is it a clean KO on the Xerneas?
Nope. This is Xerneas with some bulk investment.
Oh well, okay, we do see, yeah, he decides
Smeagol
to
tries to go for the
Spiky
Spiky Shield, but takes a third turn of sleep. Unfortunate for Gavin. As the Brave Bird goes into Smeagol, we'll finish it off, and we're going to see whether Reuven gets his setup uncontested. Life Orb Recoil, and Kangaskhan revealing that it's probably a fast variant, since it moves before the Xerneas could use Geomancy, but Geomancy goes uncontested, and for Gavin's sake, he's going to need a Clefable at the back to try and handle the onslaught of the Xerneas.
I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, he has the Dazzling Gleam to avoid
And yeah, and since we now know that Gavin's carrying a fast Kangaskhan, it's probably not going to be able to take a +2 Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, the Clefable is not going to do much. Maybe if it was a Clefairy and he had a Friend Guard, might be able to survive.
It is the Groudon. So Groudon gonna put a damper on Xerneas' plan to sweep for now. Though Brave Bird plus Dazzling Gleam is gonna do a decent amount of damage, and Groudon not gonna be able to press Precipice Blades uncontested because of the presence of the Talonflame. So he wants to go for the Precipice Blades here, or maybe if he has the Fire Punch on the Xerneas.
Would it be enough?
No, it wouldn't be enough, but it will do a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, I mean,
and the thing is, with Fire Punch and perhaps the Sucker Punch from Kangaskhan if he wakes up, might be able to take out the Xerneas.
well, okay.
Oh, but predicting, not so much predicting that, but Gavin maybe sacking his Kangaskhan here. Talonflame gets a free Tailwind, so
I'm not really sure that was necessary.
Yeah.
The Xerneas was at +2 speed already. His own Smeagol at the back, probably Scarf, doesn't need the additional speed, but okay.
Kangaskhan takes another turn of sleep as Moonblast will finish it off. So, well, Reuven reading the Protect from Groudon there. Somewhat unnecessary Protect, because what is Groudon really afraid of on the field right now?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely resists the Fairy coming from Groudon.
So he brings out his own Xerneas, but unboosted, he's not going to enjoy taking a Moonblast from Reuven's Xerneas. So no Clefable from Gavin.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if the Groudon had like KO'd the Talonflame or the Xerneas, it would allow his Smeagol to come in free.
But again, Smeagol locked into Double is not the most threatening thing on the field.
Yeah, well, alongside
away.
the +2 Xerneas, I think is pretty threatening. Yeah. Either way, I think Reuven's looking to close out the game quite strong actually. Has not lost a single mon yet. Has not revealed his last mon either.
Yep. Either the Kangaskhan or his own Primal.
But this is definitely information that Gavin can work with. The Smeagol being scarfed and faster.
Definitely goes for the Brave Bird, I think, into the Groudon, since it's not the one that resists the fairy attacks. Well, she goes for the Xerneas, so not trusting his own Xerneas to take out the opposing Xerneas.
Do we see a Dazzling?
Actually trying to sack his own Talonflame off the field. Xerneas go for the Moonblast, I think, into the Xerneas. Yep.
Yeah, he's doubling
into the Xerneas to take it out. And Groudon will... Well, I don't really see an option for Groudon to one-hit KO Xerneas.
He goes for Thunder.
Thunder in the sun. Well,
and he lands it.
The 50% roll works out, but at the same time, KOing the mon that Reuven clearly wants off the field.
That was a bit unexpected. I would say maybe it's for the Kyogre matchups.
Yeah, definitely. Groudon's carrying Thunder up for the Kyogre matchup.
And we do see Smeagol.
So Smeagol pretty free to transform into the Xerneas if you wanted to, but no, actually. Against the Groudon, that's not a play you want to make.
Well, we do see a Moonblast. Okay, yeah, Xerneas was faster.
Very fast right now.
Yeah, very fast.
Moonblast doing a whole lot of damage on the Groudon.
And Smeagol goes for the easy avoids.
Which avoids, but Eruption into the +2 Xerneas, and at that amount of HP is not even going to do enough damage to Smeagol, let alone the Xerneas.
I would say that, if he had gotten rid of the Smeagol, maybe he could force out Reuven's last
I think that was a poor move choice there, because if Reuven didn't already know, he revealed that his Groudon carries Eruption, as opposed to a physical fire attack.
Now that you think about it, the Groudon has shown Thunder, Eruption. Could it be a Modest?
There's a good chance of that at this point, true.
Yeah, I mean, Reuven's own Groudon is running both attack and special attack. Yes. So he could have Precipitate Blades as his last one. Protect, Eruption, Thunder, Precipitate Blades.
A very convincing win for Reuven, 3-0, with the Scarf Smeagol really pulling its weight against the leads that Gavin tried to bring out. And well, Gavin did get 3 turn sleeps on both mons, which was unfortunate for him as well.
Yeah, but now Gavin knows that he's up against us.
And I think the Talonflame is going to show his face here from Gavin's side, because he can't let the Smeagol go unchecked.
Yeah, but now, will Reuven's own Talonflame Quick Up be able to block?
Yeah, that is true.
It's a lot down to speed ties. I mean, so you expect this because of the similar mons that both of them bring. Not really sure though. Talonflame.
And if Gavin's Groudon is truly a fully special Groudon, then I think Reuven, with that information, Reuven will know that Xerneas just rips right through Gavin's entire team with no way to stop it. If Gavin's Groudon truly is a special variant.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, the Clefable also really doesn't offer much
Protection.
in a way, yeah.
Clefable actually not because of Clefable's somewhat mediocre base stats. Even with a max 252 to come spread, it's still potentially 2-hit KO by a Moonblast.
Okay, that's sad. Wait, +2 Moonblast or just a normal Moonblast?
It's a normal Moonblast regardless of unaware.
Oh yeah, true. Very good point. And
He does try the Kanga's Mega once more. And oh, it's the Kanga's Mega mirror.
Oh, I do think...
The Scarf's Mega clearly in a better position here.
Yeah,
Though at the same time though, actually no, looking at Reuven's Kangaskhan's HP, that's also a jolly to fight to Kangaskhan. Which means we are looking at Kangaskhan's speed tie with a fake out. It's gonna be a fake out speed tie here.
well...
And well, we're gonna see both players go for it or make a switch. Because this game might come down entirely down to this one speed tie.
Yeah, they are not switching, they're definitely banking on the speed tie. I think the odds favor Reuven because he's 1-up. He can afford to risk this play because he does have a safety net of one more.
We do see Gavin's Kangaskhan Mega Evolve first, but I do believe this is a speed tie.
Yeah, it is. It has to be a speed tie. Alright then, whoever lands the first hit. Oh wait.
Oh, Reuven not chancing the... Then goes for the spiky shield. So... Gavin rather. And Reuven wins the speed tie and gets the fake off on Gavin's Kangaskhan. And the Dark Void is going to land on Gavin's Kangaskhan.
Yeah, and... Yeah, definitely. Gavin was on the bad receiving end. Even if he won he needed to win that speed tie because there was no way his own Smeargle would be able to outspeed.
Yes.
And protecting with his own Smeargle, I'm not really sure what he can do now.
I think maybe Gavin didn't realize that Reuven had a speed tie with the Kangaskhan and thought that his fake out would go off and thought that because Reuven knew that he was running a Jolly to fight with Kangaskhan, that he wouldn't even bother going for the fake out.
Yeah, but if you notice also, they didn't really trade fake outs. I mean, Reuven was confident enough to land the fake out on Gavin's own Kangaskhan. And knowing that his own Smeargle is his stuff, I think really helps a lot.
Yeah, I think Gavin was willing to let his Kangaskhan take the one turn of sleep instead.
Alright, we do see a switch in, a Smeargle swapped out for a Groudon here on Gavin's side.
But he's gonna eat a Dark Void.
Yeah, he's gonna eat a Dark Void. Oh, might not, it might miss.
Nope, it lands on the Groudon. So Gavin with 2 more sleeping once again, and his Kangaskhan gonna be hoping for a quick wake up this time.
Yeah, but at the same time, Reuven's own Kangaskhan is free to do whatever he wants.
He does go for the low kick onto Gavin's fast. Oh, he goes for the Groudon. So Groudon is heavy, but without the step, not doing that much.
He was trying to land the low kick on the Smeargle slot through KO it through the sash.
But why would you go for the low kick though?
Yeah, I mean, he should have gone for the Kangaskhan, I feel.
Actually, if you're aiming for the Smeargle regardless, I think the normal attack would be the best choice there.
Well,
no switches from Reuven, so giving Gavin time to wake up, but his Kangaskhan still refusing to wake up. The low kick does go on Kangaskhan this time, will take it out, and Groudon has not even taken his first turn.
Yeah, it is taking it right about now. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for Gavin. I do believe it really came down to the wire based on first turn. Fake out really mattered.
Actually, the thing is, I don't think Gavin even went for the fake out.
It's hard to say actually.
We have to rewatch that again. Gavin sending his own Xerneas, but it's just going to get Dark Voided as well.
It could still miss. But the Kangaskhan
he needs that to miss at this point.
Kangaskhan is just basically doing free damage on Gavin's team here. Already KO'd Gavin's own Mega Kangaskhan here. Probably always going for the protect.
So yeah, Gavin banking on his Groudon waking up this turn.
Yeah, he has to have a first turn of sleep. A Dark Void not going to connect on any mons this turn.
Kangaskhan goes for double edge into the Groudon. I believe this is going to be a damage roll when he can take out the Groudon. And it comes down. Groudon hangs on, but does it wake up?
Yeah.
Groudon does wake up. Does get but the eruption and red hell. Well, a questionable play at best.
Well, if you think about it, if he is fully special, he might not even have Precipitate Blaze.
But he had to go for at least another power to get the Smeargle off the field. At this point, now Reuven is just going to Dark Void again.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting the double edge on the Groudon. He has to be.
Yeah, he predicted the double edge onto his Xerneas. But Smeargle gets Dark Void off, hitting at least one more. So this battle going down to a very predictable conclusion.
Oh, Xerneas avoids.
So that's avoid. So if he gets a Geomancy here, the text could change. But Kangaskhan is going to go for the double edge onto the Xerneas. He's not going to KO. He's going to do a lot. Oh, with the critical hit. Just rubbing salt in the wound. But does he get the Geomancy off? Actually, it doesn't matter because at this point, Xerneas
within
is
Sucker
within
Punch
Sucker Punch
range.
KO range.
Yeah. And that goes for the Dazzling Gleam instead. And
Does not bring down the Smeargle.
That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Well, yeah, Reuven has not even switched out. And Smeargle is, I mean, I would press Dark Void with him.
Very little threat with the Smeargle. Very little, there's no benefit to not using Dark Void right now.
And at this point, I think Reuven should just go for damage to close out the game. Doesn't really need the Geomancy boost when both the opposing Pokemon are at red health.
And he just can Dark Void at any moment.
Yeah,
Dark Void lands on the Xerneas, so taking away Gavin's last chance.
I don't believe Dazzling Gleam
will finish off the game.
Not yet though. Gavin still has a Smeargle at the back, which will only delay the inevitable.
Dazzling Gleam will take out both of Gavin's remaining mons and bring him to his last Smeargle.
Yeah, it's very. I wouldn't really say honestly it's a very convincing way on Reuven. He gambled on the fake out with on the first turn for the second match, and actually if you think about it, his Scarf Smeargle was a lot better than the Sash Smeargle.
Scarf Smeargle, I mean, outright will beat the opposing Sash because you're faster and can get the Dark Void off. Moral story, people, run Magic Code Smeargle. Oh, the Smeargle dodges the Dark Void. Moonblast will go into the Smeargle, trigger its Sash once suspects. As the Smeargle will Dark Void back. He gets the Dark Void, hitting at least one of Reuven's mons.
Reuven's...
Oh, yeah, voice the Smeargle. So, well, both Smeargles are avoiding each other's Dark Void.
Yeah, but... well, at this point, I'm not really sure that Gavin can exactly recover from this position.
He needed the Dark Void to land, then transform into the Xerneas.
He needs to avoid being Dark Voided first because...
And nope, the Dark Void lands, and that should be game.
Yeah, it's just going to draw out the match. Yeah, you mentioned earlier, maybe if Gavin had brought the Talonflame to be able to
check the
threaten,
Smeargle.
it would have been a lot better, I think. Yeah, instead of his own Smeargle, it would have been able to threaten the Smeargle because his Reuven's own Smeargle is not Sash. And if he doubles into the Smeargle, he will either get a
Xerneas
fake
gets
out
the early
or
wake up,
KO.
Moonblast will finish off the Smeargle, and Reuven takes a very convincing 2-0 victory in the top 4, and will move on to the final to compete for his first Premier Challenge win of the season.
If Gavin had brought his own Talonflame and doubled into the Smeargle, he would have at least guaranteed a fake out or a KO on the Smeargle.
Yep.
I think that was a play that he did not really consider.
He didn't think to bring the Talonflame at all. In fact, he didn't even switch up the 4 he brought. He brought the same 4 with the same end result. And Reuven didn't even have to set up the Xerneas this time. Just let Smeargle run amok with the Dark Void.
He did. I mean, first match was not really a mirror match, but second match...
First match, Reuven saw his chance to get the Geomancy up, and as we saw, Gavin had no way to stop the Geomancy boosted Xerneas. And I suppose with that in mind, Gavin tried to play the game 2 differently, but Reuven just played it straight with his own Kanga Smeargle. And in a Kanga Smeargle mirror match, the one with the Scarf Smeargle is clearly an advantage, since both Kangaskans had speed tie and there was no obvious fake out advantage.
And you have to think of whether Gavin's own special Groudon did work. I mean, the Eruption play was okay, it was
questionable at best.
But would Earthpower been able to KO the Smeargle?
I do not think I honestly do not think so. I watched the fully special Groudon do Earthpower on my Weavile, which did 60%, which was absolutely disappointing. So I'm really questioning the wisdom of Earthpower Groudon right now.
I mean, we did not really see his last move.
Yeah, it could have been passive plays all along actually. We don't know that for sure.
Yeah, if he had gotten that off instead of the Eruption, that would have definitely swayed the match in his favor. But with
Not in his favor, but would have given him a fighting chance.
Alright then, either way, we'll be moving on to the
Our final game,
match.
which will be between Reuven and the winner of Isaac versus Eugene, which is still going on. The Isaac's smiling like a madman, so I believe... Oh, we'll be moving to an interview with the winner of our top 4 game, Reuven, so look forward to that. And we'll be taking a break for now.
And we are here with the winner of the top 4 match that you saw earlier, Reuven, beating Gavin in a very convincing series of matches, winning 2-0. Although the second match was a bit of a gamble, I would say, because of the speed ties. So, first off, both you and Gavin's teams are actually very quite similar, except for the Lilligant and the Clefable. So what did you think? Have you fought Gavin at all before?
No. I was thinking about like the Clefable is the counter to Xerneas. So I was like wondering whether to bring Xerneas or not to bring.
But you still brought Xerneas anyway.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I mean,
Wait, did you even have Dazzling Gleam on your Xerneas?
yeah, my Xerneas was the only few powers for my team, so I brought it.
Indeed, and in the earlier series of matches, we saw that your Smeargle was clearly superior holding his scarf than a sash. And the speed tie on the second match, you were okay risking the speed tie, is it?
Yeah, I was praying that I win speed tie, but then he told me after the match that it wasn't a speed tie. I mean, his Kangaskhan was slower. But I was praying that his Kangaskhan didn't have enough focus. If not, if he stayed in enough focus and then he fake out my Smeargle, I would have lost.
Yeah. I mean, there's a play that I think Kenny pulled off a lot. And the Talonflame, you're not afraid of the Talonflame, because I think that's one of the things that a Scarf Smeargle will fear the most, because you cannot survive.
That's why I brought Talonflame Smeargle for the first game to quick guard the Braveheart. Yeah.
And you didn't bring that on the second game?
Yeah.
I believe that would have been a safer play, but why did you decide to risk the Kangaskhan then?
I was thinking like I can fake out the Talonflame, but then
Or you were expecting him to switch
and then I knew the Smeargle is sash, so if he late Talonflame Smeargle, my Kangaskhan can just go straight for the low kick.
Okay, well, very convincing series of matches. So far, I believe you are also undefeated, 6-0 in Swiss. And right at the start of the tournament as well, and we know you as a player that prefers a bit more gimmick. It's a bit refreshing to see you play a bit more of a standard team for now. Yep. So anyway, all the best for your finals match against Eugene or Isaac, whichever. And we will see you in the finals.
Thank you.